Welcome, coloring friends. It is, I can hardly believe, time again for another What I Colored, and this is for the month of March. And despite battling a bit of a coloring slump this month, I did manage to color, I think it's 13 pages. So, and I made some good progress in some of my books that I had a goal to complete this year. So let me go ahead and move my stack to the side and we will start taking a look at them. So my first finished page is from the Coloring Heaven Starry Night Special by Wei Shan Ong. And this is actually a page that I worked on in a color and chat video. And I used their color palette challenge for this book that they put out. And they challenged you to 5 different colors to use in the picture. And I am happy with how it turned out. I may have cheated slightly. I'm not sure. I did use a gold gel pen to do the stars. And then I don't know if you can see the centers of the flowers also have the gel pen in it. So, but yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out. I actually used the same color on her skin and her hair and just varied the pressure and layering that I used to make the colors look a little different. And I'm not thrilled with the texture of her skin. I don't know if it's something I did wrong or if it's just a case of the pencils not liking the paper very well. I don't know. I just couldn't get it to smooth out and blend the way I wanted it to. But I am happy with how her makeup looks. And it was very fun to do the challenge and try to, you know, change how the colors were looking using a limited palette. So happy with how that one turned out overall. I really like her hair too. I think that I'm starting to get a little bit of a groove with how to highlight and shade hair. I'm still working on it, but I feel like I'm starting to get it a little bit. So that's in the Coloring Heaven Starry Night Special by Wei Shan Ong. And I should mention I'm not going in order of how I colored these through the months, so just to note that. The next one, I did my first page in Edwina Mcnamae's Dreamlings book. This is a newer coloring book to me, and I really, really love it. Now, I think I said that I was going to do this one in my coloring hopefuls for the month, but I don't know. Like I said, I was battling a slump, so I changed it up a little bit and I decided to do this one instead. And I really, really love how this one turned out. This might be one of the favorite pages I've ever colored. I really like color, and this page shows it. Um, so I used Starjoy Gold colored pencils, and I used the new watercolor paint set that I showed in my haul video. That was the metallic art philosophy metallic accents. Um, and then I also used some gold gel pen to color the border too. Um, oh, and I believe I did use the Ohuhu glitter markers for this portion here. Um, so you can see there's a good bit of a glow going, and I just really love it. I think it's one of those that every time I look back at it, it's going to make me happy. So that was a very, very fun one to do, and I'm happy that I got it done. And then my next one I had tucked in the front here. This was a picture that was put out by Coloring Heaven magazine. You can still get it for free from their website, so I will link that below if you're interested. And it was put out for people in the coloring community to color it and show support for Ukraine. So I do have a speed color video where I completed this, and yeah, I just hope that it puts some good vibes out there. Um, so yeah, I like how it turned out, and you know, I like the reason for it. So that was that one. Now the next one was a little bit of a disappointment, I'll say. This is the Garden Flowers Stained Glass Coloring Book. Dover Publications puts it out, and I think Marty Noble, yes, Marty Noble is the illustrator. And I was going to work my way through. This is the first one that I believe one of my kids had colored a long time ago. Um, and then this is the one I did this month. Let me see if I can, let's see. I'm going to find a paper to put behind it so you can actually see it. We'll do it. So this is the one I did. And I tried alcohol marker and I tried doing some shading on the flower, and it just, I don't know if you can see, it just really spots up on this paper. Like you can see every dot of where the marker had lifted, and um, I don't know. It was a little frustrating. I did end up coloring the background with colored pencil. Um, so for the next one, I want to color all the way through, and I really wanted to follow along with the names of the flowers and try to color them the way the actual flower looks. This one was Cosmos. The next one is an iris. Um, so I think I wrote here that I use alcohol marker and pencil. I think I'm going to change it up and try different mediums as I work through and see what works the best. So I may try a water-based marker next month and see if that makes a difference. And then I'll move on and maybe try colored pencil, maybe even crayon. I don't know. I'm going to try to find a medium that works well. It's like a vellum paper, so I'm just trying to figure out what would work best on it. So, I'm not super thrilled with it, but it was fun to do either way. So that was in the Garden Flowers Stained Glass Coloring Book by Marty Noble. Then I have another one that I did a video partially working on. This is the Coloring Heaven Collection Food. Um, and let's see, I'll flip to the page and then I can tell you who the artist was. So the artist for this one was Olchik Illustrates, and I used this page to test out the Ohuhu glitter markers that I had gotten. And I sort of did a little review on it. And then I also used a glitter gel pen. I used alcohol markers, and I used the glossy accents. That is also new to me. So I tried that out, and I used that on the bubbles on this page. So they look like, you know, shiny bubbles. And you can see the glitter of the Ohuhu glitter markers, which do have a wonderful glittery glow to them when you put them on the page. And then I did use a white paint pen to do some of the accents here, and I wanted the eyes to be darker than what the print of ink on the paper was, so I did use a black felt tip marker to go over the features on the mug and the little narwhal. So a lot of different mediums went into this one. Um, and yeah, it was fun to do. I had a little bit of an issue with my marker shading at the top here, which I tried to work out, but it was fun and glittery, and you know, I just had fun with it. So happy to have that one done too. That's another one that I'll look at and it will make me smile. So that is the Candy Thick Shake. That's what it's called. Oh wait, no, Marshmallow Milkshake. That's this one. And it is illustrated by Olchik Illustrates from the Coloring Heaven collection, Food. And that's a fun magazine. I like that one a lot. Okay, and then in Johanna Basford's Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, I made some good progress this month. This is one of my 10 that I'd like to complete for the year. This is my most ambitious one. And so the first page that I finished was this border page that goes along with the butterfly that I did, I think it was last month. Um, so I just tried to use the same colors, but then also I made a darker background just so those colors popped and, for a little more interest. But yeah, finished that one. And then I did this page here, and I was asked by Ever. Their channel name is The Humanity, and their channel art is the cutest. It's this little rainbow manatee. I absolutely love it. Um, but I was so excited when they asked if I would do a buddy color with them. And we decided on this page, and I was attempting to make it look like it was night bottled up in each of these bottles with a little lightning bug inside. I did, I used a little bit of that metallic paint that I got um, for some of the accents on the jars. And I'm trying to remember what pencils. I believe this was all Prismacolor, I believe. And then I just used a glue pen and brushed the wings with the glue and then sprinkled just some iridescent glitter on top. Um, yeah, but I had a lot of fun doing it. A lot of fun doing my first buddy color, my first official one. I've done some with my mom. We did that over the quarantine period as a way to keep in touch, but this is my first official coloring community buddy color, so very exciting. I was happy to do it. I had a lot of fun, and it was a great push to get me to work on another page in this book, because honestly, I probably wouldn't have done it otherwise. So I very much appreciate being asked, and thank you to Ever for asking. I will put their picture up here so you can take a look. They did a beautiful job as well. I absolutely love how theirs turned out. And yeah, I'm so happy to have had the experience. So thank you again to Ever, and please check out their channel. I will link it below. And that was what I finished from Johanna Basford's Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. Then I got a WIP finished in this Timeless Creations stained glass coloring book. There's no illustrator that I can find on this, but Crazy Art puts it out. I bought it from Walmart, so, and I finished this page here. This one was one that I wanted to use to help practice my blending with Prismacolors. So it is all Prismacolor, and I used a combo of 3 pencils on each one, 3 different shades or colors on each one, and I like the way it turned out. I think it's pretty cool. I tried to make it look kind of stained glass as much as I could, where you would see some of the lighter coming through. Um, and I kind of used the cover a little bit as inspiration, but not completely. I wasn't going for copying it, but a little bit, of inspiration there. But yeah, I had fun. I feel like I started to get more of a feel for Prismacolor and blending with them. I'm pretty heavy-handed, so this kind of helped me figure out the pressure and everything. And I had fun doing it. And again, very colorful, so I love it. That's from Timeless Creations Stained Glass Coloring Book by Crazy Art. All right, then I have my color by number books. So if you are not interested in spoilers of those, you can either sign off. I have a few WIPs at the end, but these are my last 2 with finished pages. This is the Mystery Mosaics Color by Number book for adults, woman, and it is done by Belba Family. And I did, let's see, I'm trying to figure out, I think I did 3 in this. So I finished this one. This was a WIP, I believe, last month. but I finished this lovely lady here. She looks like somewhere I would like to be. That looks like a fun time to me. And then I did this one here, which sadly I dripped water on. And so there is a little bit of a drip there, but it's okay. And it is this lovely woman with a horse. Not one of my more favorite ones in the book, but it's okay. And then I also did this glamorous one here. And I don't love the woman in the picture, but I do really like the background on this one. So that was a fun one. And I am getting very, very close to being finished this one. I think I only have 3 more pages to do and I'll have that one done. And that is one of my 10 to complete for this year. So made a good dent there. That was in Mystery Mosaics Woman by Belva Family. And then another one of my 10 to complete this year, this Zen Doodle color by number stained glass. The illustrations in this are by Deborah Muller. And let's see, I'm trying to remember if I did, I think I just did, yeah, I just did one in here this month. So I did this wolf here. And that's a pretty cool one. I don't always love the colors that come out in these, but this one's pretty good. Not too bad. I always have trouble varying the browns. I feel like with my alcohol markers, browns are tough. There's not a huge variation in color to pick from to match with their palette, but I like this one. It's pretty cool. And again, I'm pretty close to the end. Well, I don't know. I've got a ways to go in this one. I'd have to do like 2 a month, I think, to get to the end of this one this year, but we will see. These are fun ones for me when I don't want to have to think too much. So that is the Zen Doodle Color by Number Stained Glass by Deborah Muller. All right, and if you were looking away, I am finished with Color by Number, and I have 3 WIPs. I try not to have too many WIPs, but sometimes it can't be helped. So this is the Coloring Heaven Fairy Stories Special, and the illustrations are done by Fabiana Atanasio. And I started, please excuse my pencils, I try to keep them with it so I know what I was using. I have books with, that's why I don't like having WIPs, is because I will keep the pencils in the book, and then I have just pencils everywhere if I don't finish. But this is a Pinocchio page, and I just felt like coloring random little things one night, so I started on the little things on the side and then decided I'd continue with him. And then, like I said, slumping this month, so so I lost interest, and that was that. But I will get back to it and finish it, so that's a fun one. And that is in the Fairy Story Special by Fabiana Atanasio. Then I have another WIP I started. This was a page that I said I would like to do this month in my hopefuls video, and I did get going with it, but I kind of lost steam. And again, with the pencils, move those out of the way. And this is I think this is Peter Rabbit. Yeah, that's Peter Rabbit. And I did get through all the carrots in the picture, so there's that. And then I started a little bit on the background. I'm going to have it be, you know, almost cloudy coming out away from him and then get darker by the corners of the page. So I have a plan for the coloring of the picture. I just need to do it. But this will be a fun one to do in April. It's bunnies and carrots and flowers and springy stuff. So I don't mind having this one left over to do in April. I will definitely, more than likely, I'll finish it this month. So, and that I don't think I mentioned was in the Beatrix Potter coloring book. All right, and my last WIP is in the Coloring Heaven Fairytopia Special. This is illustrated by Mystic Art Mirrors. Gorgeous, gorgeous issue. Love everything in it. My pencils again. So this is the one that I was working on in a video, actually, a color and chat. And I've gotten a little bit further than I was in the video with it. I think I did more of this flower off camera. Um, and I had mentioned in the video that I wasn't thrilled with how the hair was going, but everything else I like so far. So I'm excited to get this all completed and see how it ends up. I think it's going to be pretty. I'm working with a beautiful image, so that's always a big help. Um, yeah, and that is it for my things I have colored in March. So thank you so much for joining me today and checking out what I colored. I hope you all had wonderful coloring months and have a wonderful coloring month ahead of you. So thanks so much again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!